It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. Devin Duvernay to return it. Escapes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP and maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, and how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. From the gun, a run for Henry. And this defense is firing to begin the season, huh? Great play to get him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to get it with the option. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
A gain of 12
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37.
at the 37-yard line.
One of the tight ends motions right. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Looking to his fullback now. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 3 now.
To number 48. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A draw now. This is Henry. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
John Franklin Myers on the
Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
3rd down and 2.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. Complete Derrick Henry. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a goal.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Lamar's going to keep this one. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now Jackson on 3rd down. That one connects. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Baltimore.
One of the tight ends in motion left.
1st and goal, Baltimore.
Henry takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back to the 5. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. All right, so a nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner. And the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin this season on a high note with a win. Oh, they put more drives like that together, they sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, but you can't start much better than that.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Tyler Scott now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. First get of the game here. He loses the football! And this is picked up by the Ravens! Won't manage anything after the recovery, so that is where they'll take over after the fumble.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Play action now with Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Now for the first time, here's the rookie from Oregon State. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
One center for Lamar. And they'll fight ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Gain of 10 yards. And the Baltimore first down. 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Has it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. He finds it right side. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens pull out in front further, 13-zip. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Bengals nothing.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Scott now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Bengals, then running back Chase Brown, getting set to begin another drive here. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. Going play action here. Burrow. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. Oh boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line.
That's good.
They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Ravens.
From the red zone now. Finds the in route complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and
Now Jackson off the play action.
11-yard line.
Back to Flowers they go. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Here's Lamar on the sneak. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard
Lamar
line.
now from the gun. Connects with Bateman. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves him a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now here's Lamar. Jump off caught by his back. And this is going to end behind the line, Brock. A great stop down in close. Now let's see if they want to risk it here on 4th and goal.
It's now
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. Luke knocks it through. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Scott now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And Brock, they are not off to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake. But typically, one will follow.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Burrow out of the shotgun.
26-yard line.
It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
A gain of 19 yards.
First down, Burrow to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Okay, the rough showing both individually and collectively continues with this run game. The fumble earlier, and now totally stuffed on that one.
Burrow from the gun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Well, I think someone on the Bengals got back on top of that one, and yes, they did. Bengals football. So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Coach John Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. They'll run here on 1st down. Winning their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 6-yard line.
They give it to him again. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Jackson now on 3rd. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, they've got a 1st down here. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
And it's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Alontae Taylor making the stop.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Changing it up here, Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. Jukes away from one. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
That's good for Baltimore. 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, Jackson dumps it off to his running back. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They'll air it out on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The Bengals with one final possession now in our opening half. And with field position and the clock against them here, probably not going to see anything of substance. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
looking to throw. Taken in by Chase, left side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. A massive shot towards the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. So much to talk about as we wrap up week 1. A busy week of football. Let's get right into it. Our spin around the NFL starts now. At Lincoln Financial Field, the Eagles at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And this is Jahmyr Gibbs. Gets past the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Starting from the 5. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out come the Bengals. It's their ball first, leaving the locker room. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. On first down, here's Burrow. Has it downfield. It's Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Lamar Chase touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals cut the lead down to 10.
Ravens 17.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. McIntosh now to return. He dodged the tackle. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Coach Don Harbaugh sending his Ravens offense back to the field. That touchdown cut the lead by a chunk, Brock, but it's still a 2-score game as they start this drive out. So first and 10 now from the 30. Sending him on the dive. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it's third down now.
Parsons Messenger on the coverage.
To the air on 3rd and long. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And the Baltimore first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Baltimore.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Read option on first down. He's going to keep it. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up. After that play, we see some concern out there, and now we know why. That's our top pick in the draft who's shaken up. Boy, they had big expectations for him this season. Hopefully this turns out to be nothing. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Now Jackson on third down. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Malachi Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on it. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Here's Brown again. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Right side cut by Higgins. And he's halts in after about a 6-yard pickup. A stop made at the 36.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Burrow on the play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. The Bengals send out the punting unit. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. The gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
The give now out of the shotgun. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
5 yards on the play. And it's
Throw here, 3rd down. This one's to Andrews outright. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Here's Lamar. Throwing the out route complete. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. New set of downs for him from the 31.
That's another Baltimore 1st down.
The running back gets it on the draw. Didn't sell the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for 2nd down.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Now a hit, and Jackson loses the ball. But I think a Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next. That's such a bummer, Cade, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied. They responded. Force a 4th down.
On 4th now. On comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. He was good on his first attempt, and his second from a little over 45 here. Oops, knocks it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Scott now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he'll have a small gain up to about the 32. Adisa Isaac stops him there.
Number 45. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Brown quick on the draw here. Trying to catch him with a draw. It does not work. Send it backwards. And now they're left with a 4th down to figure out.
That was a beautiful picture, Kate, of stop the run on the way to the quarterback. 3rd downs, I don't mind a draw call. You're thinking pass. You want those defensive ends to come upfield. But kudos to that whole defense to stop that run on the way to the quarterback.
Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Lamar off the play fake. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Ravens have the football and, more importantly, partner, a solid lead. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And those running lanes are closing up fast, aren't they? He's held to just a yard. They're signaling for a stoppage here. And, yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in Week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Jackson keeping it himself. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Lamar now from the gun. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
On 1st down, Jackson. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And this one does not go far.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's
Jackson now on 3rd. Back screen to the running back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Luke knocks it through. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
Well, it's hard to call that the official moment that sealed this win, but up 16 here in the 4th, it's going to take a heck of a sequence of events to see this game tied back up.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Has this at the 6. Escapes a defender. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. First down, Burrow to throw. Austin makes the grab downfield. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
It's a pickup of 46 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up second down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Burrow from the gun. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Chase Brown. Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
3rd and long for him here. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Desperation time here. Fight, no place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too. Back to the well again. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Another carry for him. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Swessinger on the tackle. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
2 yards.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Has him on the quick hitter. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. Offense to the line fast.
1st and 10 at the 27.
On first down, here's Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds a man right side. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Cut out left. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Well, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him. It's crunch time now, baby. 2-score game, just 2 timeouts, plus, of course, that 2-minute warning. Burrow on first down. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. And dose of the hurry up here.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals down by 16. 2nd and 3 now. Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. Short pass brought in. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. To the air again, it's Burrow. Finds the in route, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
14 yards on the play. That's another Bengals first down.
Burrow now on first down. That is Conk, and it's Higgins again. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
Again,
6.
it's Burrow. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. T. Higgins, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he gets into the end zone. That is exactly why they went for 2 right there, Brock. It's back down to a 1-possession game.
Bengals 15.
Okay, partner, in that spot, you know you got to go for it, though. Make it a 1-score game. How do you come up with a call that works when that defense knows from the start of things that you're going for 2?
Because, Kate, we're talking about practice. Yeah, we're talking about practice. You actually practice those plays, and you come up typically with 2 or 3 2-point conversion plays every single week. You practice them, you rep them, so when it's called like that, you're ready for the moment.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Drive starts with an option, right side. Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Sending a tight end in motion left. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And that's not what the offense started up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Final timeout taken by the Bengals. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Bengals into the nickel set, 3rd down. Setting up to pass. Andrews snags another one. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Here's Tyler Loop in a high-pressure spot. It's a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
Best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
This makes it up to the 25. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Taken in by Chase, left side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. And they get up there and clock the ball. A little over 50 seconds now remaining. 3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is to throw. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
10 at the 20-yard line.
And the spike stops the clock. 29 seconds left. Ball still on that 20. It's 2nd and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. The Ravens pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
Baltimore running its offense out now. They can trot out every offense's favorite formation now, Brock, and kneel out this win. Defense, no timeouts left to stop them. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The design run, Jackson keeping it. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.